Sí, eso. What up? Good morning. How we doing? Overnight, I'm back in the studio. A lot of shorts are coming. Yeah, I saw that yesterday, man. I liked a lot of them. Yeah, right now, wifey's making the glaze. So what's in the menu today? Oh, we're making dessert, bro. We're making some dessert. And right now, my wife's making the glaze for the flan. She's doing some recording over there. Got a little bit of Jim Beam. Bear with me. Yeah, flan cake is delicious, man. What up, everybody? Welcome to the live, yo. Thumbs up. What up, Mad? What up, peace, brother? How you doing? Yeah, wifey's right now. She's putting it together. She's doing the glaze right now. A little bourbon glaze.
Welcome everybody. Behind the scenes, we got the Jim Beam. We added some peach bourbon, some regular bourbon. This is the glaze that's gonna go in the pan where we're making the flan. I already have my oven with a pan of water, and then we got the glassware, which is where we're gonna pour the glaze. We're gonna line it up, and then we're gonna pour the rest of the ingredients. Welcome to the live. The pot on medium low. We're just waiting for this water and sugar mixture to reduce and get thick. Kind of like a caramel. It's just literally water and sugar. Simple syrup mix, but then you add the bourbon in there. That's what's gonna add the flavor. Behind the scenes, I'm over here whipping up some eggs. Eggs look like. So it's a total of 4 eggs. I have 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. So we whip that up until like this creamy, puffy consistency. I'm gonna strain this through a strainer. Then we're gonna mix a can of condensed milk, a can of evaporated milk, and then we're gonna add some bourbon. So this is a bourbon infused flan. Stick around. It's getting nice and thick. Whatever I don't use for the flan, I'm gonna use it. You can use it to make coffee in the morning. You can use it pretty much to sweeten anything you like, whether it's ice cream, whether it's dessert, whether it's coffee. It's up to y'all. Cleaning up the stove. This is just water and vinegar on a rag. Getting nice and caramelized. Once it cools down, it will get a little bit thicker. I'm making flan, Mad. I'm making flan. Thank you for subscribing. I'm making flan, so custard is what some people call it. But right now I'm just working on the syrup. This is a base for the flan. Like that caramel little crust that people have or that people add to it. So this is what's going to line the pan, and then I'm going to add the remainder of the mixture. So that's what it is. But thank you. Thanks for the like. Thanks for subscribing. I'm just making sure it doesn't burn. But this is pretty much just brown sugar, water, and bourbon. And the bourbon is meant to flavor. It's got a nice amber color to it. I'm going to wait till it reduces a little more. I want it to get a little bit thicker. Once it gets a little thicker, then we'll go ahead and pour it into my glass container. But thank you for the sub. I think you might have gotten me to 100 subscribers. I've been waiting a while to get to 100. But slow and steady beats the race, as they say. So if you're new, welcome. I am Lay. I'm Tribe's wife. And today we have a card game. We have like a little gathering later for some, it's kind of like a game night at a community center. So they said to bring a dessert. I'm making some flan from scratch. This is the container that it's gonna go in. So once we cook our glaze, we got a bourbon glaze over here going on. And once we cook the glaze down, we're gonna pour it into this container, and then I'm gonna pour the remainder of the ingredients. This is gonna go in the oven in a pan with water, which is already in the oven. Warming up in there, y'all. So, almost to the consistency that I want. Just gonna give it maybe like another 2-3 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it off because I'm sure it's gonna finish cooking by the time it gets to where I need it to be. Got a beautiful brown color to it. Kind of like an amber, like a really dark amber with like tinges of red underneath. But that's that brown sugar. That brown sugar in there. It's waiting for it to get nice and thick. Once it gets like a thick, creamy consistency, not creamy, but like a, not too runny, not too caramel, not too candy-like. I'm gonna pour it into the container, line it up, and then pour the rest of our ingredients. All right, y'all, let me take it to the other side, give you another angle. Right now I'm whipping up, this is the egg. So I took 4 eggs, 2 whole eggs, and then 2 egg yolks, whipped it up with my mixer, and now I'm gonna strain this into a bowl and add the rest of my ingredients, okay? So just bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to record and go live and stream at the same time. Y'all know the deal. Okay. So here we have my eggs. I'm gonna grab a strainer. We're gonna strain it into this bowl, and then we'll proceed. All right, y'all, here we go. So now that I have my eggs, I'm gonna take a clean bowl. I'm gonna be using evaporated milk and condensed milk. So one of each. One of each. We got the condensed, the evaporated milk. I'm gonna open these up. I'm gonna start with the evaporated milk. Give it a nice shake. And this is an easy proof recipe. It doesn't involve much measuring, which I love. The less we gotta measure, the better. Because who has time to get out measuring cups and do all that extra stuff? So we're gonna pour the evaporated milk. All right, I'm gonna pour my eggs. With the strainer, the egg mix. And I want it to be wispy, so I'm gonna definitely try to strain this egg foam in there. And I just want to strain this for any particles that the eggs might have. Now I know how expensive eggs are, so I'm gonna make sure I use every last bit of these eggs. And as I mentioned, there are 2 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs. And by the way, the eggs is what's gonna give it that, kind of like that creamy consistency other than the milk. And no, I'm not a baker. I'm just an amateur cook. Throw the remainder of this out. Give that a good shake. Okay, so I rinsed it with water. This is why it's important to strain the eggs. I don't know if you can see these little white particles in there, but this is what we're straining once we strain the egg mixture through here. So this is what we don't want in the flan. So giving you a little peek. We got that on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and whip this up together. Got my hand mixture. I'm gonna start off slow. Now I'm gonna add my condensed milk. This is a little bit on the thicker side, but we're gonna add that in there and we're gonna continue mixing, y'all. I'm adding my condensed milk. As I mentioned, you just add the whole can. We're not adding any sugar. The only sugar this thing has is pretty much the glaze mixture that's gonna go in, coating the pan where the custard or the flan is gonna go. And we're getting every little bit of that condensed milk out of this can. I remember when these used to be like 60, 70 cents back in the day. Now these are almost $3, y'all. Condensed milk is expensive. A lot of people use it for bacon. A lot of people just make a lot of other dishes with it. It just depends, but it is getting pricey. Set that aside. Here comes the glaze part. So this is bourbon, water, and brown sugar. I have 2 different flavored bourbons in here, but this is the glaze that's gonna coat the flan. Some people do it a little crusty. I like it a little more on the syrupy side, but we're gonna pour this in my pan, and this is what's gonna line that flan. I think I'm gonna pour about half of it in here. See what it's looking like. And then I might keep this for something, for another recipe. Maybe a coffee or who knows. And this is gonna thicken up and harden a little bit. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna just coat my pan with it. carefully so it doesn't spill. Just coat it with caramel. Bourbon flavored caramel. Oh, so good. And this is going to give it that nice bourbon. Nice bourbon base. I'm going to set this aside, let it cool down. I'm going to continue making my mixture, and then we're going to pour the strained mixture into the flan. Okay, I'm going to add my liquor. Okay, this is why it's not a good live for the kiddos. We're gonna be adding Jim Beam Straight, Jim Beam Peach. We're gonna just pour 2 capfuls. Ooh, that one went a little over. It's okay. Can't have too much. I don't have any vanilla, so this is what I'm using to flavor it. Okay. Purpley, what's up, Purpley? You've been MIA for a minute, bro. So, yeah, we're making some flan. Okay. I think that's as infused as it's going to get. I'm gonna take my container. You can see the syrup is starting to slow down a little bit in there. While it's slowing down and getting thick, because it's cooling down, I'm going to give it another swirl. And then we're gonna strain our mixture in here as well. Actually, before I pour it, I'm going to tap it. Make sure it releases the bubbles. So we just have a smooth consistency. There we go. Got my strainer. I'm just gonna gently pour it right in the middle. What kind of man would I be if I lived unfaithfully? Okay. That is it, y'all. Nice and simple. Gonna give us a couple taps. Gonna turn it. All right, y'all, that's it. Nice and simple. This is gonna go into the oven. Let me show you what the oven looks like. Okay, so this is the oven. I have a pan with water in there. So that pan with water is where the flan is gonna go, right in the center of it. So bear with me. I'm not trying to get burned, so I'm gonna put y'all here on the side for a second.
What up, internets? We back. Just getting the flan together. Good morning to everybody. Thank you for rocking with us. Shout out to everybody that's in there. Purpley Mad, what up? What up, Abanai? What's good? We're just waiting for Cuppy, man. Hopefully he shows up. He's probably in there. See? He's always like low key watching, but you know, doesn't say much. Yeah. All right, I think we're good, right? Yeah, so.
You can show that one.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you how the oven.
All right, y'all, so this is the oven. That's what it looks like. We pretty much put it in there on a pan with water. The pan is almost filled to the max, which is like almost half of that container. But this is at 350. We're gonna let it cook for about 3 hours or so. And then we're gonna put it in the fridge to cool down. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Nice and simple bourbon flan. And that is it for the live today. Thank you for tying in. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm gonna probably mix this with some coffee, bourbon flavored coffee. And yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.
See you. All right,
See y'all
internet.
next
Peace.
time.